This is Goku's son DBZ, and welcome back to Video Game News. So with that said, first up, mention some games that stuck out, in my opinion, of a new PSN sale, under 20. So, needless to say, every game under this is all under $20. So, pretty reasonable price. So with that said, let's get this started. First up, part of the sale, if you're interested and you like the first Life is Strange game, you have Life is Strange 2, the complete season, is on sale for $15.99. Next, you have Dark Souls 2, of course remastered, and it's on sale for $9.99. Pretty good deal. Saints Row 4 Re-Elected is on sale for $4.99. Dead Island Definitive Edition is on sale for $7.99. We Happy Few for $14.99. Blasphemous for $16.74. If you like, it's basically Dark Souls in 2D. Is the best way to describe it. Dishonored 2, $15.99. You have Fade to Silence for $17.99. Monkey King, $19.99. Music Racer for $4.89. Murdered Soul Suspect for $1.99, which is an insanely good deal if you ask me. Then you have Everspace for $8.99. Pretty good deal. The first Outlast game is on sale for $4.99, so if you like horror games like that, and the first Outlast is a pretty solid game overall. Outlast 2, I haven't played the full game of, but it's like so-so in my opinion. Planet Alpha, which is a great indie platformer game, but it has a really nice art style, which I really enjoy. It's $7.99. Also, right now, a special sale, special discount game of the week is Doom Eternal. Right now, it's 25% off. Of course, normally $59.99, on sale for $44.99. Deluxe Edition is on sale for $67.49. Then you have three games that I'm going to quickly mention because these are the three games I bought from the sale. The first, the original Dishonored game, Definitive Edition, with all the DLC included. It's on sale for $5.99. I couldn't resist that deal. Also, Black Mirror I picked up. It's on sale for $7.99. It's a really good episodic type of game. It's very much a story-driven game. And last is The Council. I've been wanting to play for a while. I actually gave episode 1 a chance because I'll just say I picked it up. This is the full season, which is like 5 episodes total. The Council is on sale for $7.49. If you are curious about The Council, you like story-driven episodic games, check it out. And if you're at all curious about trying it out, right now you can get episode 1 of The Council for absolutely free. So, if you're at all curious about and like episodic type games, story-driven, download episode 1, try it out, and then you can decide whether or not you'd like to pick up the full season for $7.49. It's a good deal if you ask me, and given you can get the first episode for free, that's a good, I feel, incentive to get more people to buy the game. But those are the ones I personally picked up. Now on to, quickly, a few bits of news, not too much this week in overall stories, then I'll get to other stuff. First up, we have, it was officially confirmed Diablo 2 is getting a remastered version. And it's just officially come out that Destiny 2 is coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X. Oh, why not? Destiny 2 is on everything, including Stadia, which, by the way, I have Destiny 2 on Stadia, and it's actually really good on there, as long as you have decent internet. Now, I'll quickly mention the some of the stuff come out, announcement of game trailers and things that we got look of upcoming games to the Xbox Series X. And then last element on this video of news is going to be the announcement of sales numbers just released this past week by Nintendo for Nintendo Switch sales numbers. We'll get to that last. Because I know there is definitely Nintendo Switch lovers out there that watch these news things, so I'm going to save that for last. But here's the thing on this Xbox Series X. My opinion on the trailers so far of anything, only one or two actually showed look like gameplay. Everything else was cinematic cutscenes. But still, it got my attention. The ones that I'm so-so about of the trailers, Dirt 5, so-so, because I'm not a big racing fan. Second Extinction looks okay. It's a first-person shooter set where you're killing dinosaurs. I'm sure a lot of people are like, that's awesome. But for me, I need to see a little bit more to a shooter because there's so many shooters. There needs to be something that defines it from the rest, in my opinion. It has to be something special to, in order to set itself apart from other things. You also have Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm 50-50 about, because the trailer and stuff, it looks cool, but it feels like something from the show Vikings. It just doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed to me. There's nothing to really make it distinctive or anything at all, in my personal opinion. Now, here's the ones I actually did like of trailers that caught my attention. First, Scorn. Just a cinematic trailer, but it definitely caught my eye. The art style and direction in the trailer, it felt almost at first like seeing the empty sea and stuff in this spaceship, just the art design and everything. I was like, are they making Prometheus into a game? But no, the game is called Scorn coming out, but it looks like Prometheus. So it feels like something from Ridley Scott, which I find interesting. And that's what really caught my attention about the trailers. It looked like Prometheus or Alien Covenant, which I love both those films. So it definitely has my interest in that game. Also, of games that has my interest, Bright Memory Infinite. Interesting name for a game. It's about the only one that actually looked like somewhat actual gameplay. It's a first-person shooter, but it allows you to use guns. It allows you to use some type of energy thing to yank people in up close and stuff for combat, which is cool. And you can even somehow pull it out a sword as well. So you can use a sword and a gun. I've not seen any first-person shooters like that before. So definitely caught my interest. The ability to use a melee weapon as well as your normal guns and stuff. It gave a distinctive flavor. And the fact also in the trailer, DeLorean showed up. That was kind of cool. So it actually has my interest. Also, Bloodlines 2 trailer looked really interesting. A vampire game. I'd never played the first Bloodlines, but I loved the music they chose for it. Very much like a jazz blues type feel for the trailer. I thought that was cool. And I liked the style because it didn't feel like most traditional vampire type games. It looks like it's going to add its own flavor and style to it. And I appreciate that. I like something that tries to make itself distinctive from the rest of all the other same old stuff. So that definitely caught my attention too. The last few, we have Like a Dragon Yakuza, which of course I only recently started checking out Yakuza games, and it got me to like it. I definitely dig the looks of this game. It looks very over the top and flat out ridiculous, but funny at the same time. I'm very curious to see more about this new Yakuza game, Yakuza Like a Dragon. It looks really fun, honestly. Also, really caught my attention, art style from Bandai Namco, or Namco Bandai, however you want to say it. Scarlet Nexus had caught my attention. It's very much a, you could tell, a hack and slash combat type game. Some people think it looks like it might have elements of Dark Souls. I can see where they're coming from, but to me, the art style and the combat. The combat reminds me an awful lot of Devil May Cry, but it also has like the art flair to it of like games like Dust Diver. So that's kind of cool. It looks like Dust Diver meets Devil May Cry, and that has my interest because I love both of those games. Devil May Cry is a great classic action hack and slash game. It's just a lot of fun, and Dust Diver is genuinely a very good, criminally underrated game in my opinion. Also, we have last two games I'm going to mention. First is a really cool artsy game that has elements to it that kind of remind me of, definitely there's certain stuff in it. It kind of reminds me a bit of like Rhyme a little bit, the art style, but it's in first person view. And there's also stuff in it that kind of reminds me a bit of maybe Bioshock. There's definitely elements and influences in it you can tell from many different sources. It's called Call of the Sea. Well, to be fair, there's also some stuff in the trailer that kind of reminds me of What Remains of Edith Finch, which is a really good game. But definitely caught my attention. The biggest one that caught my attention, I've watched the trailer 5 times, is The Medium. It's a new survival horror game. I believe it's supposed to come out on current gen besides next gen. Not 100% sure on that. But really, I think the art style is really nice, and I love the atmosphere. The music is the best part in the trailer, and at first I was thinking, when I saw the trailer, and it showed like a switch from one world to some other type of spiritual world or something, I'm like, that kind of feels a little bit like Silent Hill in the trailer of The Medium. And then they mention at the end of the trailer, we are proud to introduce this new IP, The Medium, and the director and composer of all the music in it is from none other than the one who basically did almost all the Silent Hill series of music. So I was like, that music is really good, very much Silent Hill. And then find out the actual composer of the Silent Hill series is doing the music, and I'm like, holy crap, could this actually be the successor to the Silent Hill franchise? Like a new IP that could become the successor to Silent Hill? Because I've been waiting. At first I thought maybe Death Stranding would become the sole successor to the Silent Hill series, but that didn't happen. But it looks like The Medium might actually become the new Silent Hill, possibly. Though Konami's not involved, and that's probably for the best. But it looks amazing. I'm really looking forward to The Medium, definitely. And I'm really looking forward to the music just because of that fact alone, because the Silent Hill series has some of the best music of any game franchise ever. Now, on to some sales news from officially out as of last week from Nintendo. Dropped their sales numbers, and all these numbers come straight from Nintendo's official website. First off, we have Nintendo Switch sales overall are currently at right around 56 million, technically 55.99, but mostly 56 million units sold. That's pretty impressive. And on top of it, they announced that the Nintendo Switch Lite has now sold 6 million units of just the smaller. So, combined together, Switch has now sold around 62 million units, which is insane. That means it surpasses the Super Nintendo in sales, which now puts the Switch at like the 3rd best-selling console of all time for the Nintendo. Number 2 is the original NES, and number 1 is, of course, the Wii. But that's something. Good job, Switch. Dang, it's doing way better, honestly, than I think many people thought. Also, in sales numbers come out, new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is now sold an estimated 6.60 million units. Not bad at all. Also, Super Mario Party has sold 10.10 million units. Splatoon 2 has sold an estimated 10.13 million units. and the new Animal Crossing New Horizon. Just within its like 11 days of release, it sold almost 1 million copies a day. These sales numbers that were released last week's show, as of right now, Animal Crossing New Horizons has sold 11.77 million units already. Almost 12 million copies. That's mind-boggling. In less than a month, it has sold almost 12 million copies. And I never got into Animal Crossing, but I get it. A lot of people really love it. But it's just not my cup of tea. Next up we have Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu has now sold an estimated 11.97 million, so just shy of 12 million. Pokemon Sword and Shield now sales are at 17.37 million, so Pokemon still has yet to really slow down sales numbers, given it's now sold almost 17.5 million copies of the newest one. Yeah, Pokemon's just as successful as ever. Next, selling an estimated 17.41 million copies now. Super Mario Odyssey has now sold almost 17.5 million copies. But it's a great game, in my opinion. It's my #1 favorite Switch game as of right now. So, take that for what you will. As my opinion, it's probably the second best Mario game of all time. In my view. #1 still goes to Super Mario Brothers. Or Super Mario World on Super Nintendo. Coming in at, or not coming in because this isn't a rank, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has now sold an estimated 17.41 million units. It's currently like the third best selling game on the console as of right now. So, I'm not surprised. Legend of Zelda is a huge series though. 17.4 million is quite impressive. And keep in mind, Breath of the Wild on the Wii U sold between 4 and 5 million units on the Wii U. So, both consoles combined, Breath of the Wild was sold well over 20 million copies, making it probably about the best-selling, well, Legend of Zelda game. Currently at #2 best-selling is Smash Ultimate. Smash Ultimate has now sold an estimated 18.84 million copies. Pretty impressive at just shy of 19 million copies. That blows my mind. But this is even more crazy. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has now sales numbers are at 24.77 million. So might as well say closing in on 25 million, which means basically probably about 4 out of 10 Switch owners own a copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I never got really into the Mario Kart series, but I understand how a lot of people would enjoy it. I mean, personally, I like Crash Team Racing more than Mario Kart, but that's just me. With that said, that is video game news. And I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. And of course, as you know, music in the background playing is from Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. And stay tuned for some series of movie reviews I'm working on. And also a couple of game reviews I'm working on. But I'll see y'all next time. And stay safe out there. See you next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.